Hello there, people of hyperspace. My name is Davontos, and it's time to get hyped, because this is some epic Call of Duty Black Ops 3 multiplayer gameplay. And I'm also feeling a little bit better, so more videos will be coming out at a faster rate. Just like I died at a very fast rate in the beginning of the game. So, in my last video, I said I'm going to give out some advice on those Christmas newbies. Christmas newbies, if you're watching this, I know everybody's calling you a newbie. I know everybody's hating up on you, but don't let that get to you, because they were a noob too. Yay, newbies! So this video is dedicated to all the newbies who just picked up Black Ops 3, or maybe even your very first Call of Duty game. If you're a veteran or you played COD before, you probably know like 99% of the stuff, but feel free to watch anyway. So, here we go. For you new guys, we call you guys noobs. Noobs is like the slang way to call a new guy. If you're a new guy and you're playing a first-person shooter and you're starting at Black Ops 3, you made a horrible decision because this game is too fast-paced to be your very first-person shooter. But you're gonna get better. Because, I mean, if you're a newbie and you start high, you're only going to get better. Now, if you're a newbie and you start low, you got to work your way up high. So, it's kind of like a good and bad decision, but let's carry on. By now, I'm pretty sure you new guys are roughly like in your teens, 20s, maybe some of you even prestiged. But you have probably noticed that it asks you to select a character or a specialist. I'm pretty sure like 90% of you just instantly turn to Ruin and his gravity spikes, which is not a bad thing. But note that Ruin tends to be favorable in objective game modes like Domination and Demolition, where you can just run in there and blow shit up. If you're gonna play common games that everybody plays, like Team Deathmatch and Free-for-All, you're better off taking Outrider's Sparrow or Battery's Grenade Launcher, or War Machine, whatever you want to call it. But Ruin's fine, you can get some epic kills in TDM. Now, after you select your specialist character, you're gonna have to select a weapon. I would highly suggest going with the KN-44. The KN-44 looks exactly like the AK-47. It's said to be the average assault rifle, but if you do the math, that gun is actually very overpowered. The KN-44 and the Man of War are the two most overpowered assault rifles, except from the burst rifles, but two most overpowered automatic assault rifles in Black Ops 3. So, if you new guys turn to the KN-44, I would highly suggest you stick with it and you master it, because that gun will not let you down. Just like Humphrey. Every weapon you select in, well, the weapon selects have a description. Now, not all of the descriptions are correct. Call of Duty has a habit of being a little off on the descriptions, like for, say, the HVK. It says the HVK is more of a close-range rifle, yet the range on the HVK, when you look at the range on the stats, the range is terrible. But if you actually look online on the numbers, the HVK's range is like way up there with the MAA7. So, I mean, the numbers are a little off. The description kind of suits your playstyle. It just depends on how you want to use it. I mean, because you can use any gun any way you want. It just depends if it's going to, you know, function properly the way you're using it. I would highly suggest just sticking with the KN-44. It's said to be your standard assault rifle, and it will do pretty good. I would also suggest not to use dot sight. Dot sight is more like a wasted slot, in my opinion. I mean, if you really need the dot sight, because I know a lot of people don't like the Man of War's ion sights, so you can slap them, you know, a dot sight on that. But if you're using something like the VMP or the KN-44, something that's really open, I wouldn't say you should slap on a dot sight on that, because it's really open, it's really easy to use, and it's really easy to get used to. Even this gun I'm using here, I'm using the Pharaoh. I slap on the dot sight. I was just testing out this class before. I usually don't run dot sight on it. I was just seeing how it feels. Like, let me add a dot sight on this, see how it feels. But usually, even this gun, you don't really need to have a dot sight on it. It's really open. All you have is these two little nudges on the side, a little stick coming up. That's what she said. And it's pretty open. Just test out the ion sights, see what you can work with, and if you really need that dot sight, then, you know, you can put it on. But I would highly suggest to avoid dot sight by all means. There have been a couple of times where I've seen newbies and new guys try to shoot people from really long distance, like across the map kind of distance, using a shotgun. Don't do that. Just don't do that. Don't need an explanation. Just don't do that. So also, suppressors. Suppressors decrease the range on every weapon except sniper rifles. A little secret. when you equip the suppressor on a sniper rifle, it shows that it decreases the range, but it really doesn't. Let's say, for example, let's use the Locust. Everybody loves the Locust. You use the Locust is a one-shot kill from belly up. If you add a suppressor on your Locust, it's still going to be a one-shot kill from belly up, no matter what range it's on. It's a little Easter egg they added here in Black Ops 3. Maybe you pros didn't know about that either. But, yeah. Always slap a suppressor on your sniper rifle because it keeps you hidden, it has no negative effect on the sniper rifle, and it's pretty much a really good attachment if you want to stay stealthy. That's what snipers do, they tend to stay. When you're using a sniper rifle, don't put your belly all up on the windowsill and have your head sticking out. When you're sniping, it's better off to stay back, a little back from the window, not far that you can hardly see, but just enough so the enemies can't see you clearly, but you can get a good sight on them. I've seen a lot of guys go up to windowsills and they're pressing their crotch on it, or pressing their belly up on the windowsill, and when you look at the window from the side view, you see that long ass sniper rifle sticking out the window. That's something you want to avoid, because one, it makes you an easy target, and two, if they come at you from the side, they're going to see that big long ass dick sniper rifle sticking out the wall. You want to try to keep your sniper rifle hidden. One of the weak points of having a sniper rifle is that it's so long and so big, it gives you away very easily. So basically, everything in a nutshell, and just the main things you guys need to know, at least for you new guys, is select the specialist that suits your playstyle until you get used to the game. Like for me, the specialist who suit my playstyle when I first started was battery, because I tend to just run in there and blow everything up in a lot of shooters. So I was sticking with battery for a long time, and then as I started getting better, I started changing my playstyle when I switched off to Reaper, and Reaper is actually now my favorite. And, just continue messing with different characters, different abilities, different weapons, and see what suits your playstyle. Also, a lot of veterans are going to be calling you newbies and dumb players and whatever insults they think of to call you. Don't let that get to you. They're just going to keep calling you that until you start playing good. And everybody starts off as a terrible player. As I said in my last video, I started playing Call of Duty on the Wii. Call of Duty World at War on the Wii, and I was a terrible player. And look at me now. We're gonna lose this gameplay, but you're gonna see at the very end, I was carrying my team, and I made it. We almost won. I made it to the very end, and if it wasn't for a couple of teammates who, caused us to lose, I believe we could have managed to pull off a win. The gameplay's almost over here, so whatever everybody says to you new guys, don't let that get to you. Just remember, no matter how good they were, no matter what they're doing, either it's a sport, either it's a video game, no matter what they're doing, everybody started off as a noob. And you guys are going to try hard, and you guys are going to be tryhards, and you guys are going to rank up to the top of the leaderboards, just like all those MLG players and all those pros. That's the end of the video. If you liked it, punch that like button with a mighty force. You can follow me on Twitter, @DavontosMan, and as always, I'll see all of you in my next video. Have a nice day!